my pocket if I'm running to the market, cause you never know who's watching you. So I gotta stay on. I gotta stay on. I gotta stay on. I gotta stay on. Said I gotta stay on.
Hey everybody, so I am back. So I got a lot of pretty good responses to my women's hygiene video that I did, which was basically explaining like how a lot of the things that are out on the market today are no good for us as women, and they can cause more problems than they are said to solve, such as your Summer's Eve tampons and all that. And if you haven't seen that video, you can go back and watch it. It's entitled Feminine Hygiene, and how your everyday routines can disturb your feminine pH. So with that being said, I normally do hair lock videos, but because I am all about the healthiness of the hair and, you know, healthiness of the body, I'm not going to say I totally eat, you know, green leaves and grass and, you know, such like that. But I am all about, you know, staying away from certain things. So with that being said, let's get into this video today. Now, I wanted to share this with you because I wanted to help another young woman who may be going through the same thing. My husband and I have been together for 6 years, and we've been married for 5. In the beginning of our marriage, I was not, nor was he, thinking about having children, so I went ahead and put myself on birth control. Now recently, maybe about 2 years or so ago, we decided that we wanted to start to have children. Now there were some things that kind of stopped this process, which, you know, I lost my job, he lost his job, therefore we had no insurance. My husband got shot, so we were like, okay, let's just take care of one thing at a time. So I thank God that he's still here. However, now we are really, you know, we both have better jobs, I'm out of school, you know, things like that, so we're definitely talking about having children. Now, I went ahead and we did a lot of testing to see, you know, pretty much, you know, if our bodies were healthy enough to do so, and if my body was healthy enough to carry a child. Okay, so I went ahead and I got an HSG test done, which, you know, a lot of women who either are trying or have tried and not been successful, you know, have gotten HSG. You guys know what it is. If you don't, it's pretty much, it's a dye test. And that is an x-ray. So it's an x-ray dye test that they shoot. First of all, it's horrible. They make you, I'm not going to pull no punches. They make you lay on a table with your legs open. They put a clamp. They clamp your cervix so that you can be open enough so they can shoot this dye inside of you. And if you have painful cramps, this is like much worse than that. And even if you don't have painful cramps, you will when you are laying on this table with your legs spread with this dye being shot up into your vagina and fallopian tubes and such. So pretty much it was painful, but it didn't last that long. And they just wanted pretty much the dye goes the route that the sperm travels, and all they want to see is if your tubes are open and that the sperm is getting where it needs to go. So with that being said, that test was fine. It didn't show any blockages or anything inside of my tubes, and everything was open. We got my husband's semen tested, all of that was fine. I got my levels checked, blood work, all of that, everything was fine. But I'm like, okay, what's going on? So then I was put on Clomid. I did Clomid for 1 cycle, and we tried for that 1 cycle while I was on the Clomid. I hated the Clomid. I got hot flashes. As far as my mood, I can't really say I got mood swings, but I had hot flashes. And that was like, I mean, like, I'm sitting down, all of a sudden I get a wave of hot, I want to rip my clothes off, hot flashes. Yes. And then on top of that, when the Clomid did not respond the way I thought it was, like I thought I was going to get pregnant instantly because everything was open, that did not happen. I honestly got discouraged. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I got discouraged. I was trying not to keep my hopes up, but I got discouraged when that pregnancy test came back negative when I went to the doctor and she tested me, you know, to see if the Clomid was working. So I was like, you know what, next month I'm not gonna try. And then when I came on my cycle after that, the cycle was, and my cycles usually are very, very painful. You know, my cramps are usually very bad. That cycle after the Clomid was horrible. It was horrible. It was worse than any cycle that I've ever had in a long time. And it just made it feel like everything in there was just like rubbing together. It made the cramps were bad. So anyway, just recently I decided to get a second opinion, so I switched my OBGYN. And when I saw my new OBGYN for the first time the other day. She immediately told me to go get a pelvic ultrasound. I went to get this pelvic ultrasound, you guys. I have a polyp inside of my inside of my uterus. Inside my uterus, it's your endometrial canal. So it's inside of your uterus, and it's attached on there where the baby would attach itself. It's attached there, so nothing else can attach itself. And even if it does or did, it would kill it because it's taking up space. She said it's like 3 centimeters or so long. So I'm telling you guys to tell you this: if you are a young woman who has been trying, but you are getting discouraged, and they instantly go ahead on and put you on fertility drugs, please get yourself 100% checked out, and get the pelvic ultrasound. They'll have you drink 32 ounces of water. Then you'll have to sit there and want to punch somebody in the face because you have to pee so bad. And then they lay you on this table and they do the ultrasound. They look around and everything, because your bladder makes everything easier to see with the water inside of it. So then they'll move this thing around, and then they'll tell you to go ahead on and pee 2 times. Then you stick this thing up inside of you. It's like a little camera, and it takes pictures from different angles of what's going on inside of you. So so definitely there was a polyp there. It's not that big, but it's not small either, and I don't want it there. So I am in the process of getting something scheduled so that I can get this taken care of. Now don't be scared, you guys. I know you guys hear a polyp and you think of cancer. Yes, polyps can turn cancerous. However, they are benign normally. So they're not cancerous. And the difference between a polyp and a fibroid is that fibroids are made up of muscular tissue that lines the uterus, and a polyp is made up of mucus. And the polyps grow on stalks like broccoli or bushes. You know how they have that stalk or a stem there, and then it's the bush or the whatever, the round circular thing. Yeah, it's filled with mucus. And a lot of women get them because when you shed your uteral lining every month, which is your cycle, when you shed it, after you're done, it grows back at a really, really rapid rate. And sometimes for some women, one side may grow a little bit faster and thicker than the other side. So with that being said, a lot of times polyps can form. So again, if you are or like me and you're trying to get pregnant, I would do the full entire workup. And if you need to, don't feel bad. If you're really close to your OBGYN, don't feel bad about seeing somebody else. So that concludes this video for today. I will definitely keep you guys updated and posted, because we as women need to be educated on a lot of things, especially nowadays. It's like they don't even care about what they're putting in these products and saying gynecology tested. What gynecologist is putting this on the market to say that it's okay? And honestly, it's causing a lot of these fibroids and causing a lot of polyps and stuff like that. The things that we eat and the things that we use that they say are safe for us, but they are really not. So just stay tuned, you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you have not done so already.